So when you were growing up, and you know how kids say, when I grow up, I want to be a doctor or whatever. You grew up and decided that when I grow up, I'm going to be on the radio, I'm going to be in the music industry, and is that how it worked for you?
No, actually, I knew that I wanted to be on stage, and I'm pretty convinced that if I didn't have a career being a DJ or being a radio host, I would be on the stage. I would have probably gone to theatre school, done a degree in theatre, and just dedicated my life to the stage. Radio happened because it was meant to happen, and I just fell in love with it. It was like falling in love for the first time. At that time, nobody thought of radio as a really cool option.
I think it's
a couple of decades ago, at least in this country.
Right.
I wasn't really convinced, but when I put on the headphones and I heard myself on the mic and I started talking about the music and I went through this workshop, I just knew that this was it for me. So it was just the ideal combination of music, which was my secondary passion, and theatre or the performing arts, which was my primary passion. Having said that, it was a really, really difficult thing to make a career out of it, because I do come from a very traditional family, and my dad, engineer, management school, my mother,
So
BSc, MSc, B.Ed, physics specialist, teacher, diploma in small scale industries, diploma in large scale industries.
So they didn't really respect...
Education ran in the family,
Right.
and we had degrees longer than our names in our family, and all of a sudden here was a boy who turned around and said, I want a career in the performing arts.
Right.
And there was mammoth opposition. At every step of the way I gave in. I don't blame my parents, I just don't, because when you are a parent, you're worried for your child.
That's right.
You're worried for your child, and you must understand that a couple of decades ago there was no radio in this country. There was just a government station. It was All India Radio. It was a big challenge for a family which was very academically inclined to even accept that a son of theirs would turn around and say, no, this is what I want to do. And I tried to make them happy, because I knew that they were really, really unhappy by the choice of it. So I said, okay, fine. At least I will keep studying.
At the same time.
Yeah.
So when did you?
I would go to college in the day, and I would work at the radio station in the evening.
In the evenings.
And I wanted to study English. I wanted to study literature, but I ended up studying economics because I wanted to make my parents.
Your parents happy.
I started explaining to them, and they couldn't understand. I even rebelled. And you must understand, it was all because they were afraid. They were afraid that I would end up being a wastrel.
Fall. Yeah.
I would fall
exactly.
trying to make a performing career for myself, which is probably the most volatile business.
Yeah.
Today, they're so proud.
You're a superstar in the world of radio. People were like messaging me, congratulations and lucky you got to meet Hrishi K, and so you're a superstar. Of course your parents are proud and happy. Of course they're going to use
they are. They were just afraid of me failing and falling, and it's just, I think it all worked out very fine, but not without its fair share of tension. And I think once I got my postgraduate degree and I'd studied that much is when they finally let go, because they started seeing some kind of success. And I keep joking with my younger brother and all my other cousins, saying now when they say they want a career in the performing arts, it's so easy. They say, yeah, go for it. Because I paved the way.
You paved the way, exactly.
It's like a guy who marries outside the community.
Exactly,
once a guy marries outside the community, it's okay for the family. I just was almost stubborn about my calling. I just knew it in my stomach.
When did you know?
I knew it when I was 17. As opposed to you, who did so many things
before coming to this
to find your true calling.
Yeah.
Because you worked in fashion designing, in gemology, you did, and I admire you for that. I love you for that, because I look at it and I say, wow, this woman's done so many things. She's been a mother, she's been a wife, she's worked in a vista of fields, and then she's found her true calling. But some of us find it early, but it's really difficult for it to actualize till a lot later.